Hello guys, and welcome back, Cup of the Crown Virgo edition. Say hi to Azriel. She wants to come and crash, but apparently she is looking around. But this edition is going to be Virgo the Virgin from August 23rd to September 22nd. Want to get down? I'll let you get down. See, she only wanted to come by to say hey. She's such a star. I don't think y'all understand how much I love Virgos, and I love Virgos just as much as I love Tauruses, and Tauruses are like my people. Okay, so Virgos are from August 23rd to September 22nd. There are perfectionists in all sense of the word, even to the point of self-perfectionists. They have very critical facilities. They're the kind of people that eat Pisces for breakfast. Not going to lie. They're very honest and responsible. They're incredibly candid. Like, Virgos don't know what the definition of filter is. They just sit there and they say whatever the hell's on their mind. And they don't mean it in a mean or critical way. They're just those people. They're very clean. Like, they're incredibly clean. Not just in their space, but also hygiene-wise. They have a great sense of healing and health. They're very effective. They are people of routines. They have daily routines. They're the sign that's probably the most naturally attuned to OCD-ness, like, to be honest. And they're incredibly reliable, like, unparalleledly reliable. They have an incredible strength of character. You can't change a Virgo. Like, a Virgo will change itself. They're incredibly hardworking. They have a strong sense of service. They are really kind of nonchalant when it comes to everything else what people are doing. But they have they're the kind of people who are just go with the flow for the most part when it comes to, like, group dynamics, because they don't give a fuck. Like, Virgo is the essence of I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly. They're incredibly hardworking. They're mostly leaning to the more modest side, probably because they don't deal with a lot of, like, physical, like, they don't have a big stock when it comes to physical appearances. Like, for example, Virgos like to feed their mind more than work on their physicality, and only when they work on their physicality is when they're affecting their mind. So, I love Virgos. They're very intellectual. They're right up there with Geminis when it comes to intellectual abilities. They have very inclusive communication. Virgo is the master of walls. I'm telling you. They are the master of walls. They have very shrewd logistic thought. The Virgos that I know, okay, tea time. My best friend is a Virgo. Like, I have two best friends. One's a Taurus, one's a Virgo. And then I have, like, my minor best friends. But those are the people that literally my world revolves around. And my Virgo friend is one of those people that will tell everyone, like, the reason why we get along so well is because both of us are very straight up. Both of us are very to the point of, like, no candid, no bullshit, no, like, whatever. And that's what I love about Virgos, is that they don't pussyfoot around. They're just very, this is it. It's over. Ta-da. They don't sugarcoat. They just they are just exactly who they are, and they exactly what they say. And that's why I love Virgos. I love Virgos so much. Virgos can be somewhat of an introvert, but it kind of depends on their, like, rising and their moon signs, and then, of course, goes into Mercury and Venus. Some of the things that I love about Virgos. Some Virgos have a gentleness when it comes to helplessness. So, think animals. Think a kitten on the side of the road, or a bunny on the side of the road, or a puppy on the side of the road. Virgos will have this desire to heal it. And I definitely see that in my best friend. She has a farm of handicapped animals, and she just keeps collecting more. She's very, like, Virgos are very sympathetic. They can definitely put their, like, see through your eyes. They're very humane and helpful, because that makes the most sense. They're not assholes just to be assholes. They're assholes when the situation calls for it. That makes sense. Okay. They're incredibly organized. They're knowledgeable about good health. They're knowledgeable in general. Like, oh my God. When I am talking to my friend who's a Virgo, and I sit there and I listen to her and her backstory and what all she's gone through. I mean, not gone through in, like, a bad way, but gone through, like, her cultural experiences just absolutely baffle my mind, because she's so fucking smart. Like, she's stupid smart. And see, I met her through LARP too, and she's just so creative. She's so beautiful. But her mind, and of course she's beautiful physically, but what I love about her most is that her mind and her spirit are so, like, enthralling. And I just love to sit there and sometimes I might get a little fangirlish around her, because I just love to listen and just be like, teach me all. Teach me everything you know. Especially when she's in the kitchen. Like, her keto cheesecake, done. And don't even get me started her peanut butter cookies. Okay. They're very witty and they're incredibly charming. But they're not charming, like, in a normal Casanova way. They're charming as in they use their wit. And they're very Jane Austen kind of a charming. They use their wit, they use their intellect to become, and that enthralls them. Which I absolutely love. They can be physically sensual, but you have to entrance their mind first, to be honest. Like, make a Virgo fall in love with you mentally, and then it'll come. They can be very emotionally warm, too. My best friend, we've been best friends since 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade. And she was there with me when I went through all of my, like, major traumas. Well, most of my major traumas in my life. And she has always been the kind of person that, even because as a Scorpio, I have a lot of walls. And I don't like people to see weakness. It's a weird Scorpio, emotionally abused, traumatic symptom. But she's the kind of person that I will go to and I will break down in front of. And that'll be it. And the thing is, my other Virgo friend is the same way. She has been completely there and completely wonderful and just completely understanding and emotionally warm when it came to with my husband being gone and us being separated for 8 months. So Virgos are definitely healers, and they're healers of the spirit too. And they're very dedicated. They're very dedicated friends. But my best friend is a Virgo extrovert. My other friend is a Virgo introvert. And they share a lot of the same qualities. And Scorpios and Virgos just so along wonderfully. Now, they do have some negatives. There's scathingly criticism of the lazy. Virgos are the most go-getting people that I know. And literally, it's written in the stars. And they, if they don't do what's on their list for that day, whether it's minor, like doing laundry or something along those lines, they'll be like, that's laziness. When really, it's self-care. But yes, every time I talk to one of my Virgos, they're always doing something. One was, making her, at 5 o'clock in the morning, making her, freaking, chicken coop, freaking fox-proof, or wolf-proof, or raccoon-proof, or whatever. Pick small eating critter here. And then my other friend, she sits there and she speaks a bunch of different languages. So she's always translating something. They're always keeping themselves busy. They can be cranky and irritable, especially when hungry. They can be dogmatic. They have a tendency to be a hypochondriac, and that's true. But they're very health conscious, so they like to be at their top peak as most as they could. They get nervous, they get worried, they can be prudish, they can be a little eccentric, and they can be a little over demanding. Now, I want to clarify this. They're over demanding because they have high expectations. Not just for them, but for the people around them. And that's good self-care. That means they love themselves. And really, if a Virgo kicks you to the curb, a balanced Virgo, let's clarify this, a balanced Virgo. If a balanced Virgo kicks you to the curb, then that means something is wrong and you need to listen and fix some of the crazy that's going on in their mind. And my experience with Virgos, I love Virgos. Virgos and Scorpios get along so well. And we both, the Virgos I know, we have a tendency, we are both candid. We're natural healers. And we're both very, just, this is us. And that's what I love about Virgos. Virgos will never be anything but they are. They won't. Once they find themselves going through those lost, weird teenage years, even when they're young, they know themselves. I'm remembering that story. They know. And when they know who they are, it's done. It's over with. Shebang, boom, done. And that's what I love about Virgos. Virgos just absolutely baffle me to pieces. And I have a great appreciation for Virgos. There's a lot of things that we can learn from Virgos. And that's coming even from me. Because my Virgos are not about motivation. They're about momentum. And believe me, once a Virgo gets once a Virgo gains that momentum, it's over, it's done, clock out, go home. They won't change. But that's my opinion on Virgos. Virgos get a big thumbs up for me. So that's just my personal opinion of Virgos. But you guys have a great day. Stay out of trouble. Get some relaxing time in. Don't forget some self-care. And focus on your own healing. When I do these segments about different zodiac signs, pick and choose the things that you think that you could be better at when it comes to each zodiac signs. Or what you like to learn from each zodiac sign. And we can do that together. But thank you guys so much. You have a great and blessed day. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.